Junior 3. Welcome back. Today we are going to go over step number 3 for our written retelling, okay? I know that maybe part number steps 1 and 2 could have been a little bit long and difficult, but I promise this part will be much easier. Okay, so in here we have got again the fable from the tortoise and the hare. And what we are going to do in step 3 is the following. This was step 1, step 3 here. We need to write sentences summarizing each part of the story. So we are going to go back to those verbs in simple past that you found in the story and those important words that you chose that you thought they were important to retell the story, to tell the story again. So in here, I've also included step number 1 that you have it in your English copybook, okay? So let's take a look. I'll do the beginning with you, and then you will have to do the middle and the end. Let's jump back to step number 1. So these were the verbs in simple past that we spotted in the first time. So was, could, yawned, heard, started, teased, and replied. And the important words were boasting, slow, and fast. So if we take a look at this picture, what can we say? How can we create some sentences describing what we see in the picture? What is the hare doing? What do you think? Well, if I go back to the other words, I start thinking, he's saying something, so he's boasting about how fast he was. So there, I could use the verb was and the word boasting. So maybe I can write the hare was boasting about how fast she was. Fast she was. There. Okay, so here I'm using was and I'm using boasting. So those were one verb and one word. There were two words that you had chosen before. And what else can we say? What's happening in the next picture? Let's see. A snail could run faster than you, said the hare. So maybe we can write. She said the tortoise was very slow. Good. Okay. And what about next? What did the tortoise say? What do you think the tortoise is answering back here in picture number 2? What if the tortoise said, and here we can put it back. Need to do the same here. We can say the tortoise said she could reach the end of this field before the hare. Okay? So in this way, I am also using the verbs and the important words I chose in step number 1. Okay? So this will be very useful at this time. Remember that if you want to say a verb in simple past and you don't remember how to say it, you can take a look at the long list. Remember the orange list that has the infinitive and past? So in there, you can look for all the words. For example, here I said the tortoise said. If you don't remember that said is how we say in the past, you can go back to the list, you look for the word say, and beside it will say said. Okay? So this is what we need to do. Just small but complete sentences for each part. This will be for the beginning, then you will need to do it for the middle. Remember to go back to step number 1 to check in your copybook which were the verbs in simple past and important words that you chose. And the same for the end. Okay? Once you have finished with this, you send me a picture of your work And as soon as I get it, I correct it and I send it back to you.